ready for the kickoff here, and it's going to be Darnell McIntosh who gets us underway. It's a big night for Huddersfield. Was it simply a flash in the pan last week, or are they going to produce this sort of charge from the kickoff and that sort of defence for the full 80?
Well, just don't let Saints march it upfield with some strong carries. Well, on the outside backs for Saints were tremendous, every one of them getting over 100 metres last week. But James Roby back in the fold, leading his troops, bringing his forwards onto the ball. And Kumar coming up with a decent shot on Alex Walmsley then.
And this is exactly the start that this Huddersfield side made against Wigan at the DW Stadium last week. Look, they've had 4 tackles, the Saints. They've only made 20 metres progress forward. They might make a bit more here now, because this is Kevin Nagama. He tries to get the ball out to Tommy Makinson, and well, the Huddersfield fans thought that he had dropped the ball, and Scott Mikalauskas says that ball was stolen from him. It's a penalty to the Saints.
Saints get a cheap penalty in easy metres.
And more metres forward by Alex Walmsley. Well, they restricted them to 20 metres in the opening few tackles, but now look where St Helens are, deep in Huddersfield territory here. And it's Zeb Taylor who will go down on the tackle. And Luke Thompson will drive the ball forward. Ike Hihifo was in there very quickly to make sure that he wasn't making too much progress. But they're 15 metres away from the Huddersfield line. Here is Roby. There's busyness all round the field for St Helens. This Dominique Peyrou. 4th tackle, 2 remaining. They're very close. Very close, and this is Morgan Knowles. He goes down, tackle number 5. Last one coming up here. Big test of Huddersfield defence early on. It's with Lomax. Shaped to pass, gave it then to Mark Percival, and Percival just loses the ball, but Matt Frawley carries it over the line, and it is a goal line dropout coming up.
Moving at speed, and they thought, didn't they, when he brought through the line, that it was the first 6 points. Not on this occasion, but they've got 6 more players to score on this set.
Here's Walmsley now, that little shot of Sean Long, frustrating that Mark Percival didn't get over the line. He was in that 1996 squad that came here and were beaten to end their unbeaten start to that season, but St Helens needn't have worried on that particular night. They went on and they won the treble in that year. And Saints with the eyes on the treble at least, and here is one of those cheap penalties, Wardle not out of the rough. 2006, not 1996. It's a bit more than 13 years. Barry told me that. This is Roby now.
My maths is excellent.
I know. This is Farge. Once again, Ty comes forward.
Hold!
Has got Roby behind it. Tries the pass to Luke Thompson. Luke Thompson is over for the try.
Saints asking an awful lot of questions this Huddersfield line. You can see good footwork, wasn't it, from Luke Thompson?
This is Cruz Leeming, man of the match, and a try against Wigan last week. It's Gaskell against his former club, a dink over the top, but very well watched by Lachlan Coote. He escapes the clutches of Gaskell and sets that man Regan Grace on his way. And Regan Grace is looking here to celebrate his new contract. Just had the ankle tap, it was enough.
Decent surges from Ike Hihifo. Nakuma Tai just carrying the ball forward. Saints dealing with the threat.
Good hit. Great hit by Dominique Peyrou, dislodged the ball. Here's Percival again for the Saints. 26-4 win at the AJ Bell Stadium 2 weeks ago. It was their 10th consecutive Super League away win. And here is Alex Walmsley, and he gets a great offload away to Theo Farge.
Nice little ball from Morgan Knowles to Alex Walmsley.
Now it's Lomax. Lomax gets it wide, dab to the in-goal area. I think that's going to be too long. Go down the short side once again. Mellor gets good. They get the ball out wide to McGilvery. This fella can't be stopped.
You've got Matt Frawley, he's attacked the line on 2 occasions, chose to run the ball. You've got Cruz Leeming, every time he's on the right-hand side, he's going short side. A big feature of the game last week when they played at the DW Stadium. They like those short side plays. They're looking to see if any of those defenders have switched off, thinking it's going to go the long side.
Nagama again for St Helens. Here goes Roby. What a lovely run from Roby. He's got support with him. That was an important interception attempt by McIntosh. So it's still danger not averted for Huddersfield, because St Helens are coming forward again with Lomax. Lachlan Coote, tipped by Juston Holbrook to set Superliga light this year. Zeptea. Roby once more. Back it comes to Farge. He finds Walmsley this time. Walmsley struggling to get towards the line. He's so close. 3 tackles gone, 3 left, and look where they are, the Saints. With Roby, gets the short pass away. Can't be stopped, it's Morgan Knowles. Morgan Knowles gets the second try for St Helens.
Well, I think this man is the glue that keeps Saints together. He doesn't come away with the pass then to get Alex Walmsley, but he comes away with the pass then to give it to Morgan Knowles. A real soft try to concede on your try line.
This is Frawley. Here is Gaskell, gets it away to McIntosh, goes wide, and here's a chance, it's a try! Quick response from Jordan Turner.
Gets wrong-footed, Theo Fye spots him and uses his footwork to get on the inside of him.
Peyru again. Just inside his own half of the field, plays it to that man Roby. McCarthy scars but carts it forward again. 3 minutes to half-time, just less. Roby quickly, down the middle of the field.
Keep that hook nice and tight when James Roby's on the field.
That was Knowles, this is Lomax. Gaskell, the man who tackles him. Here they come again, Matty Lees. Last tackle coming up here. Roby goes down the short side, finds Lomax, dab in, looking for Percival, finds Percival, try for St Helens.
Well, I think that's world class, isn't it? He makes it look easy, and only good players can do that. He's got players running at him, he has to kick it soft, he has to kick it into the space between the 2 players, and hope that his centre can be the first to it, which he is.
Missed nothing so far tonight, hope I won't hex him in the second half.
What a kick from Lachlan Coote. He split winger, and I think it was Dana McIntosh who ends up with it.
Another big defensive effort required here then from the Giants, as McCarthy Scarswood takes it forward, looking to pinch a penalty. This is Farge. 10 metres out, it's with Roby again. And he finds Paulo. Finds Coote, what a hit from Matangi that was.
Oh, he spotted him a couple of times in the last 10 minutes.
Matangi saying he's getting hold of the legs, can't get out of the way, here's Roby! And Roby is just held short, trying to pinch one, and there's a bit of pandemonium in the Huddersfield defence. This is Lomax, back it comes to Peyru. Peyru straightens it up, straight to Matangi again. The Huddersfield prop stands his ground. And there could be a penalty here, there is.
So I think that's what they're trying to do, make sure that nobody lies at the back of the ruck so they get an advantage.
They'll also be playing in the Magic Weekend at Anfield, the final match of day 1 they will be playing. The Magic in May. Here's Roby.
I just feel that at the minute now Huddersfield needs some impact from the bench.
Lachlan Coote's kick is going to be far too deep. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. That was inch perfect. Inch perfect. They've lost the ball. They've lost the ball. Regan Grace has got the ball down. Well, there's all sorts of things to sort out here.
A clever kick, judged to perfection, Eddie. And his Saints teammates look at them on the front foot. Do they believe at some point it's going to stay in? And Jermaine McGilvery, who's a vastly experienced player.
He needs to touch the line, McGilvery.
Oh, he's not though, is he?
No, he hasn't.
No, he's not. And he gets up. He's trying to beat Lachlan Coote. And then Percival, Lomax, Zeptea. And then he comes up with that offload because he knows he's been dominated. Knows the hand from Percival. That's the try.
Why throw the offload with so many players around him? Because he's given away 4 points. He has. If he'd have taken the tackle, goal line dropout, damage limitation.
Penalties as well because you're under fatigue.
Lomax, back it comes to Lachlan Coote.
Lovely
Pass wide. This is Regan Grace, and Regan Grace gets the try.
I love to see trash on scrums and trash on wingers. This is a combination of both. Lomax's footwork, John Wellesmere looking at the end of the game, sets all of this up because it offers the time and space for Regan Grace's left winger to work his magic, run straight rather to the sideline. The pass from Coots inviting, and from that play they had all of the backs on this side of the field. Obviously give themselves a chance for the overlap, and they found it. Not only did they find it, but he's got feet like the Ebonets here. He skips inside and makes sure that's a win for the Saints.
Morgan Knowles now going into the hook and roll.
Well, he's played there many times before. Yeah. He started last 9 of last year and played 4 of them in the hook and roll. But Nagama, they can't put him down. They can't put him down. They have now.
Well, an awful lot of speed to get themselves out of trouble, haven't they, Saints?
And he is one of them, one of the speedsters, Makinson.
Not only are they quick out on the outside backs, they're very strong as well. All got good footwork.
There is Knowles. This is Joseph Paulo. He's been a substitute in each and every match so far. Fage, back it comes to Lomax. Lomax gave himself away then, or gave himself up, because there was a possibility of an obstruction down the left-hand side. So took the tackle. Knowles to Wormsley. Fage, crossfield kick. Looking for Makinson. Makinson palms it down brilliantly to Dominic Peyrou. And Dominic Peyrou gets the try.
Many things, can't he, Tommy Makinson? Alex Wormsley out the back to Theo Fage. You look at this for a kick. Lands straight on the button. Tommy Makinson can't take it in cleanly, even though he's under some pressure for Uwati. Well, that man, I think he's been sensational in this game.
Sorry for Huddersfield in many ways. They were 8 first-teamers short tonight, and they've lost a couple more here this evening to make Simon Woolford's interchange options limited. But look at that from Peyrou.
So he's been really strong, and the Saints side have really dominated, scored 22 points without reply. Huddersfield just couldn't live with the pace from them.
Coote again. Another lovely kick to the in-goal area. Now then, Frawley just take the ball over the line. That's exactly what he does. There's the goal line drop out from Gaskell.
Play on.
Nagama takes it somewhat acrobatically.
Gaskell seemed to run over the try line, didn't he, then?
Here is Wormsley. Saints looking to really turn the screw. A little bit of salt to the wounds here with Fage and Lomax. And Lomax will plonk the ball down easily. And St Helens march on at the top of the table.
Little things make a big difference. Watch what Morgan Knowles does. When he jumps out, he attracts defenders. A, B and C defenders. Said there was 8 players missing for Huddersfield Giants.
I've got the list here before tonight. Waln, Cudjoe, Murphy, Ferguson, Clough, Wardle, Jake Wardle, Holmes and O'Brien. Wow. Tough run.
And Huddersfield Giants, down on some numbers, have met the best team in the competition. That goes without saying. They're in first place. They set the standard for the competition because they play with a level of intensity.